Hey folks, I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been pretty busy working on this thing. Figured I'd post one, update my progress here. So today I'm just taking a break from wiring my fuel pump relay, correcting the colors and stuff on this. I changed the location of the master switch to that side over there. It was over here where that fuel or power switch sticker is. I moved it over here, welded it on. It's still got to be painted. I had to mock wire it up there to set up all my wiring links here on this side. And obviously it's not all terminated and done, but this stuff takes time. Still got to do my main fuel lines from that to those bulkhead fittings out there. Wire that in. Shit takes forever. You can see I redid the trunk floor, patched it all, painted it, seam sealed it. You can see under those tools. It looks a lot better than it did for sure. Still haven't got to the body work yet really. Did a whole mess of brake work. See the Hemi offset master cylinder in there, or not master cylinder, but booster, which is run by this guy here that's been giving me problems. It's master power brake, vacuum pump, electric vacuum pump. It's all wired in. It was leaking down super fast. I messed under this guy is the check ball that triggers it, the electronics to fire it on. That was leaking down. I took it apart on the bench. It's a pretty cool unit. It can only leak basically here at the hose, basically on the check ball under this fitting or at the hose assembly. So I got it to where it didn't really leak down on the bench. So now I got to put it back in the car. The dude told me that it might be the angle because it's about 20 degrees leaning, and they like them as vertical as you can. So this is why I got it kind of shimmed up. I plan on doing some testing on that. Had to have my one breather welded closed there. So that's that. This is a pretty cool master cylinder from Dr. Diff. I think I showed you that, but it's all hooked up now. You don't have to have an adjustable brake push rod or anything. There's a bar that just bam goes in there. I did have to readjust my brake light switch though because it was not the same location as the adjustable rod. I had to, if you get under there on your brake light switch, there's multiple ways you can hook it in. There's like multiple ovals that you could change the angle and stuff. So I had to change the angle and do that. We made those brake lines. Well, actually my father made those brake lines because he's really good at it. He's been doing that shit since like the 60s. So I just said, hey man, I messed one up, so I said, you do that. You're way better at it than me. And for sure he is. This goes into the line lock there. So yeah, this is how far I've made it so far. Been many hours of working on this. Just going slow. The wiring on this was super simple, but it just takes time to wire stuff and make it look good. And while finding switched power, that is, let's say, switched power that doesn't shut off when you fire the car. You know, like some vehicles, you turn it on and the headlights will turn off as it starts and then they come back on. You know, I don't want that happening with a fuel pump because down the road, I might switch to fuel injection. So we had to spend 2 days. I only work like 3 or 4 hours a day on this because I work evenings. So I spent 2 days here working up under the dash, changing, of course, the relay to be switch to be fed by the correct switch power and the electric booster vacuum pump to be powered by the correct switch power. So that took a while. So the wiring under my dash is not, it's not bad. Like, it's all like correct and well done. It's just my my dad's famous for just having wire of different colors and being like, "Oh, grab me that blue stuff. It's the right gauge." And I was like, I don't really wire stuff, so yeah, okay. And instead of saying, "Oh, this should be red, this should be black," and then just organizing it a little better. And then like over the years, I've added this and added that and added this and added that, so it becomes like a bird's nest. You have to wire up and zip tie up off the floor and get it out of the way and hide it. And you don't want to clip everything to the exact length because you never know what you're gonna do later, so you leave extra and you got to coil that up, and it just becomes a lot. But thus my switch to the fuel pump being a black wire, that I labeled in red here. But I'm not gonna friggin' buy a huge strip of red wire to run all the way back here. Screw that. That's stupid. I have to get into the car and thread it on the roll cage again and blah blah blah. It's a waste of money. It's fine. I'll just label it and take the end red like I did. So I'm gonna put a different connector on there and heat seal it. So yeah, this is where I'm at. So a lot of work. It's amazing when you do a big revamp like this, when you actually get enough usable play money to be able to just buy the correct tools and the correct supplies and shit. Man, you spend a lot of money on just the correct supplies instead of just scavenging what can be done. But it always comes out to be a better job. Speaking of extra, this loop here is, I don't want to trim that. I want to save that as much as I can, so I'm going to try to do something with that loop and hide it away. Yeah, so here we are. Anyway, hopefully it gets warmer than friggin' 45 around here. Jesus, it's been a month at like 35 to low 50s. Jesus, it's getting sickening. It's supposed to rain the whole week. Anyway, take it easy.